What is up, guys? This is the Merc with the mic, and this is another wrestling babble. Alongside, we have a big cast today for the big Summerslam review show. We got Louis Beans.
What's happening?
We have Japstar Supreme.
Wow, Louis Beans, that was velvety.
Oh.
Yeah, and we got the Minion Opinion back. Has been on for a while. He's back, and yeah, he's not listening, so he don't know.
Is he wearing his hat?
No. Because because the new name from now on, when I go on these vacations, is Minion Lesnar. I show up when I want. Damn it, that's not part of the contract. I'm sorry. Edit that out, please.
You need a manager.
I need a manager.
So negotiations have begun.
Lesnar.
Who's your advocate? Is Emily your advocate?
I think Ryan.
Oh, Ryan's your advocate.
Ryan's my advocate.
His hair kind of looks like Paul Heyman's right now.
Right? You got the New York Jew haircut.
Look at this. Look at this comeback I get. I get sirens for the background.
Oh, you always gonna get sirens.
Why does everybody live by a hospital? Y'all kill me.
They
Or
always
firehouse.
Or firehouse.
They're always after Mike for some reason.
Wow.
Mike, what you do?
Stationary. I swear I'm not moving around.
A lot of shit going on. We'll get into a SummerSlam review show in just a moment, but there's a lot of things that's going on within the whole wrestling world and the whole boxing shit, and we'll get into the whole thing right now just so we don't have to get into it later. So the Mayweather-McGregor shit, did you guys even watch it?
Nope. I'm proud to say I didn't watch it.
No, I didn't watch it, but I kept tabs on what was going on.
Yeah.
I watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you wish you watched something else, or you were fine with it?
No, let me tell you, that fight was exciting.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
It was an exciting fight. It was, I guess, since it was Mayweather's last one, and he knew that he was going to kill McGregor because McGregor has no type of boxing experience professionally.
Yeah.
He basically stood to the game plan, and we got an exciting fight.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Well, how long did it last?
Conor went in 10 rounds, man. He got TKO'd in the 10th, but he's got a lot of heart and pride, man. He just you could just tell after the 4th round, though, he was so gassed, and that was just Mayweather's plan. He got so gassed, and then the bad part is, like, you just felt bad for him, so you're happy that the ref stopped the fight, because, I mean, when you've seen a fighter fighting with their arms down after the 4th round, there's no type of defense, and he's going to get clean. He's going to get hit clean with those shots. No matter if Mayweather doesn't hit hard, as anybody says. But McGregor was falling back, and you can tell he was feeling it, and the ref stopped it. They needed to stop it. McGregor had no chance after a while.
One thing I give McGregor credit is the fact that he wanted to get knocked out. He's like, knock my ass out.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, knock my ass out. I chose to do this. Knock my ass out.
Yeah, that's the truth. I think that's that MMA mentality that they had. Like, they're just warriors.
No,
they're like, no, put me into the ground.
Yeah. If you put me in this, knock my ass out.
Yeah. Well, he called out Floyd. He was the one that started all of that. So
yeah. But again, they did a show and everything like that. But
they're both winners.
He wanted to go back. Yeah, he fucking made the most money he ever made.
Exactly. He made over $100 million. I was shocked at that. Yeah. I said, wow, I don't even think Pacquiao made that purse.
Yeah. He landed more hits than Pacquiao.
Exact. Yeah. Well, you know.
I love how it went, how everybody said it was going to, because almost everybody was like, oh yeah, once it gets past round 3, McGregor's going to be done. And it's exactly what you said. He was gassed by the 4th.
Yeah, he's a 5-round fighter. He only fights 5 rounds. He don't train the stand of boxing. Boxing takes a lot of movement and everything like that.
And you could tell Floyd was baiting him. Floyd was just baiting him. The first 3 rounds, he gave him them rounds, and he felt his power. He landed a fucking great uppercut on Floyd that I think if he hits anybody else, they're gonna be staggering. So
yeah,
I mean, hats off. It was a great spectacle, you know.
Yeah.
So Josh, if it comes up, let's say hypothetically on Facebook or whatever, like the whole fight, is it worth checking out?
Absolutely.
Huh. Okay.
It's nonstop action. I'm not lying to you when I'm telling you. Like, the first 3 rounds is all Conor McGregor.
Mm.
There's a funny thing I heard about it. It was some people online were like, this shit should have been promoted by Vince.
It could have been that way.
Yeah.
Just because of the way it unfolded, it was like it couldn't have went better. So
Yeah, and the promos and everything like that.
But what you guys think about what they were saying afterwards about how this is gonna hurt pay-per-views in the future with all these Facebook lives and Instagram live stories? Like,
Oh, you know what's funny is that a lot of the motherfuckers got in trouble for that shit. It's a copyright.
Yeah. I mean that's a lot of. Isn't that it's a lawsuit? Isn't it? It could be a lawsuit if potentially.
Oh, they could totally take, because that's like somebody doing like a cam with a movie. You're pretty much taking away copyrights from them, and they could sue your ass. Definitely.
It's like in general, like NFL. Like you're not supposed to record NFL. It's a law.
Nope.
If you use it, if you re-show it without their permission, they could sue your ass, and they tell you that at the beginning of the fucking game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're supposed to watch it live or else.
Yeah, pretty much, because it's their product.
My two final thoughts on the Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. For Floyd Mayweather's career, you got to give the guy credit. 16 years old, had no type of education in his life. You know, came from a very, very bad background. The story of his parents is just sad. No, I'm talking about when he first joined boxing. And he dropped out of school.
Yeah.
And to make over $1 billion, I mean, you can, get on the guy that he can't read, but the man knows how to survive. And
do you remember those like videos of 50 Cent? I was like, yo, make him read a book.
Yeah,
see what happens.
Yeah. He's laughing to the bank with that, though. I'll tell you that. His kids are going to be set, so he's going to make sure his kids are not, are well educated.
As he should.
And for Conor McGregor, man, Conor McGregor's a warrior.
Now you can pay for that Lamborghini he owns.
Oh man, I don't know anything about that. Listen, I would like to see Conor McGregor in the WWE just because of the promos.
Yeah.
I could just imagine the amount of bleeping that they would have to do.
Oh my god, the bleep budget?
Oh man. Oi, Roman, you think you're fucking bigger than me, eh? I'll knock your fucking head off. Yeah, I could just imagine that. All right, guys.
So, we're going to go through a fast SummerSlam review because there's not a lot to talk about it, but there were some highlights of the event.
Sure.
I'll start with the kickoff stuff. Honestly, the kickoff matches I enjoyed a lot more than most of the card. It's just sad.
Especially that tag team match.
The tags, I said personally, the tag team stole the show. Like, point blank, both tag team matches stole the show.
I think from Beer 1, you were saying that, well, the Usos and New Day, they're still the best match. And then from Beer 10, out of like, what was that, like the 9th match of the night, you were like, they're still the best match. I was just dying.
I still found it was the best match.
He just kept going through every beer. He just kept saying the same thing and over again.
Yep.
So he was saying this. So Beer 4 was the same quote as Beer 8, for instance.
Well, exactly. It just kept elevating and elevating. He goes, I'm just gonna say this again.
It was a running joke. See, now I wish I'd have been there. Cause it'd have been
great.
After every ding ding ding, man, ain't no Usos match though.
Exactly. All Jay Dizzle needed was his pinky up for one for his statements.
And
while he was drinking.
Shirt. And my New Day shirt. Alright.
Yep.
First kickoff match, I felt bad for The Miz in this point is the fact that it was way before even people went into the arena. It was The Miz and the Miz Taraj versus the Hardys and Jason Jordan.
Whose fault was that? That's like, why they?
The Barclays security.
Damn.
Barclays security messed up.
Damn.
Yeah, there was no one in the arena for this match, but they still try to give the best show that they possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy that Miz Taraj actually won the match.
Good.
The next night, fucking Miz destroyed Roman Reigns and John Cena, so that was all worth it for that.
Great promo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. To the point that Miz was the baby face of that fucking...
Oh, yeah, the crowd turned on them real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you both suck chance made me happy.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. It can be annoying, you know, the what I call reactionary boos for those two.
Yeah.
But sometimes the crowd just says some funny shit. So
there you go. So what grade you give this match? I gave it a 3. It's basically a Monday Night Raw show, but it was a fun match.
Same thing. It wasn't great. Yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't bad. So.
I gave it a 2. It was a crock pot. It was slowly cooking.
Yeah.
What's in this crock pot?
It was crap.
There's crap in this crock pot.
It wasn't even memorable. People. That's how I didn't like this match. It wasn't very memorable for me.
Next match was the Cruiserweight title match. Neville versus Akira Tozawa for the Cruiserweight title.
Yes.
I thought it was a good match.
It was a solid match. Solid, fully solid match. I'm happy Neville got his belt back. He should not have lost.
Why did he come in all white? Like, I thought that was suspect. I was like, why isn't he bad?
Hey, Seth Rollins did an all white suit and he was a heel.
Yeah, Ranger suit.
Yeah, he's the White Ranger.
That was the worst time too, because he really was getting over. He was not. I think he was talking about that recently on a show they did. Yeah, on a show they did the same week. He was like, I was trying so hard and I came back and I was supposed to be bad, and it was like they weren't buying it. Oh, yeah, they kept trying to push him as bad.
Yeah, that was when he hit fucking Roman. When he returned and fucking nailed Roman.
And then when he wore the White Ranger, wasn't he going against Cena?
Yeah, he fights Cena at SummerSlam.
Like that's the ultimate way to get cheered.
Yeah,
that's true.
Like the White Ranger and fight Cena.
But anyway, Neville it reminded me of that.
Yeah, this match was good. I wish Neville never lost the belt, so I gave it a 3.5.
I give it a 3, just because it was like, I don't like when I see the other dude just get his ass beat. Like, damn man, Akira Tozawa just, that's like he can't like dig his feet in and get any like standing. Like if it wasn't for Titus, he would just be another 205 Live guy.
Yeah,
it's kind of a bummer, man, because he's good. He's legit good. Like, I haven't seen a bad match from him. Like, whenever he's in the ring, it's been solid. Like, it's kind of a shame to see. So it's kind of a 2 for me, because I'm like, man, it's not as good as the first one when he won. Like, it feels like he fought less. It's weird.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, I miss his German when he used to do the German as a finisher.
Yeah, he got to bring that back.
Yeah, I gave it a 3.
3? Okay.
It was the same match over and over again, it feels like.
Yeah, they just focus on one match and they don't open up. They have a lot of roster. Like, they always have Neville fight someone else and then build that storyline with that someone else in the ring, you know?
I feel bad too, because there's so many dudes on 205 Live, and it's like there's only a handful that you can even say, oh, he can go for the title.
Yeah. Because,
you know, they kind of just in this nebulous thing where they have a faint personality or they have none.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's very few that stand out a lot.
Yeah, the one person like I think should have gotten a title reign was Jack Gallagher.
I think so too.
I think out of everyone that Neville fought, I think he probably had one of the best matches.
He's one of those standout dudes too.
Yeah. Yeah, and his gimmick is over, and he's actually over when he actually fought Neville. And I think he was the only one that was kind of on the level. Everyone else was kind of not that high. Even Austin Aries wasn't on the Neville level.
I mean, not like not like wrestling him, but like on the mic, he was kind of funny.
Yeah. He was better as a commentator on 205 than a wrestler.
I did like him on commentary though.
I did too. I agree. It's just like, okay, Tony Nese, no. He got the look. No. He has zero personality. Is just like
look what I got.
Toast. Nah,
I got this.
Yeah, he's an action figure.
He's an action.
That's all he is.
Yeah.
Let's say Dorado's another one. He's a action figure with a mask on.
Kind of him and Grand Metalik is like, no, you can't really just throw them in. They haven't got any promo time for anything.
Yeah, and the funny shit is, Lindsay
Cedric
Dorado,
Alexander.
He's okay, but remember he came off of that thing with that drama angle.
Yeah, but
That's
he's
just
probably the
weird.
only one that could actually give us a real classic.
You know what's sad?
But
They
he's-
should have did something with him when after that thing with Triple H during the tournament. He should have had.
Mm-hmm.
That's when he should have had some sort of
but
like.
that's when he got
movement.
hurt,
Missed opportunity.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's a bummer.
and then he got hurt during that part. I like Mustafa Ali a lot, but they don't give him enough promo time, and I think he's solid. He's decent on the mic.
You know who's, and they only really have like two bad people, and Davari is, I like him.
Ferrari's
But
alright.
he's not
Kendrick
like-
is great.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But he's not like Brian Kendrick, which is
Yeah.
like, yeah, he's
You see what's happening? The 205 live roster is just thin when it comes to personality.
Yeah,
There isn't any. It's very
Mhm.
hard.
and
Yeah.
I like Drew Gulak.
I do too.
It's
I do.
I like his character.
the problem with 205 Live is they do not have a monster babyface. They have a mega monster heel, but they don't even have a monster babyface that the crowd would actually pertain to and really cheer more, which is what Tozawa was. But after a while, it's like, can we get somebody else? Because this is the same pattern that they keep following over and over again.
Yeah,
And
They
the
don't
thing
have
that
that
hurts
stuff.
them is that they need to at least have some type of pay-per-view event. I mean, Lucha Underground can do it, and they have like the same roster, and they do little pay-per-views, and it matters. 205 Live can definitely do something.
yeah.
That
It'll
makes
be
sense.
their own event with their
Like a
own
2-hour
guys.
special.
Yeah,
Like a 2-hour
They're-
special.
Their own entity, you know, because honestly, when they were in that Cruiserweight Classic, I think what made it awesome was the smaller crowd.
hmm
When you filmed it in Full Sail. You go to these big crowds, and now you're filming it after SmackDown,
And that's
it's
what I
even-
didn't
it-
know.
It's hard to watch.
Yeah, that's been
what I
our
didn't know
complaint
was-
from the jump.
But I didn't really know it was like always after SmackDown. So you
I didn't know
basically,
that either.
so you basically had to go in. You watched all the awesome SmackDown superstars, and then they like, oh wait, there's more.
Yeah,
you're there for 4
And it's-
hours.
and it's
it's
like
them.
it's like Jason said, like you can't go on after AJ Styles and Kevin Owens. You
Yeah,
can't go. You can't go on after Cena and Nakamura. And then I don't know if you guys heard Daniel Bryan's little piece on Edge and Christian on why he feels like on the Edge ENC podcast why he feel like 205 Live is failing. He goes because you got guys on the main roster who are doing the same amount of suicide dives and flips that the same guys on 205 Live do. So there's nothing really that's sticking out and standing out
Yeah.
about 205 Live.
It's
And
true.
it made sense. It made sense because you got guys doing 450s, but you got AJ Styles doing a springboard 450.
Yeah,
And then
You
on
know?
Raw, you got Seth and you got Finn Balor doing stuff.
Yeah, the thing
Yeah.
is like those.
Yeah.
The thing is with the main roster, some of these guys, they do these things with purpose. They
Mhm.
do it for a react. 205 Live is like you're trying to still figure it out. It feels like just a development stage, honestly.
and it should be filmed with
I
the
enjoy it,
Development
though.
League, which it
Yeah,
should
I
be
enjoy
filmed
it.
on-
I still enjoy it.
I still say I've been saying this from the beginning. It should always been filmed with Full Sail. It should have. Honestly, I wouldn't mind if the Cruiserweight title was part of 205 Live. Well, part of NXT. It was the secondary belt of NXT because half your roster in NXT is under 215 pounds.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could totally did that.
Yeah, and like talking about the big baby face, they haven't had that one big baby face you could build upon besides Rick Swann. Rick Swann was the last one that people actually got behind.
Yeah,
Which I'll
he
never
got-
get to this day.
And
Yeah.
he got shuffled super hard.
Yeah. He
Like
got
you-
put to the bottom of the deck real quick.
Yeah.
And then they
Yeah,
had
Danny
TJ
Gargano.
Perkins. They had TJ Perkins licking fucking the King's boots for a while, and I was just like, "What are you doing? You
For
don't
what?
need a lackey,
Right?
What's going
You
on?
shouldn't be a lackey. You were the first champ.
Mhm.
How are you a lackey? And it hasn't
Mhm.
even been a year.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
just going through some weird stuff. Like that's
Yeah.
something people forget about. Like what was the former champ doing? Just being a little henchman behind Neville. What was that about? Come on.
Exactly.
Like I've been saying since last cast. I said it before. Johnny Gargano would probably be the best person to build against Neville.
True enough, but now that you really brought that into light about the time situation, needed to fix that. That's terrible.
Yeah,
that's terrible. Like, I feel bad. I feel straight up bad for the wrestlers now, knowing that they go on after a full SmackDown. Come on, man.
Yeah, they've been doing that. I've been saying that for the longest time. It's like they filming it in a point that the crowd is not really there.
The crowd is so dead.
Like, I will understand if they filmed during main event, but they still film main event with SmackDown. So main event is before SmackDown, and then you have 205 Live after SmackDown.
Shit! Wow.
They should reverse it. They really should.
They should not even do main event. Monday Night Raw. They could throw in fucking main event with Monday Night Raw.
I thought main event was filmed on Monday Night Raw.
No, it's with SmackDown.
Then what's Superstars?
Superstars is just a recording, isn't it?
Superstars is not even a show no more.
Yeah, it's a recording.
Oh, really?
It's just recordings.
No, they haven't did Superstars since March.
Wow.
Yeah.
They just fucking X that out.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm fine with them. How about
So
just getting rid of the 205 Live?
Yeah.
Just get rid of 205 Live and have the Cruiserweight Championship the way WCW used to do it. I think
Part of
that'll
the show.
probably be better.
Part of
Exactly.
the- just part of the show.
Just have it part of the show.
Just on Raw, whatever, yeah.
Help boost that rating where that hour goes down. All right, next match.
Word.
True enough. True enough.
One of my matches of the night. The Usos versus the New Day tag team championship match. I don't know what to say. Like, these guys fucking the last two pay-per-views, they've been fucking stealing the show. And the fact that they got in the kickoff, I think they really wanted to show something. Usos and New Day have great chemistry. They've been fighting each other since the beginning of the New Day's run as a heel. They're the ones that they got the titles from. So it's like they have this chemistry. They all love each other. I think beyond stage, they're probably all amazing friends and shit. But they just throw in fucking amazing matches. Like, I love this match. Like, hands down, probably my best match of SummerSlam.
Easily a 5 for me. Easily a 5.
I agree. Well,
This was a 5.
I would say, well, yeah. I'm trying to think for the rest of the show. Does that like anything better?
Just for the Red Lantern fucking costumes.
True
that
enough.
was dope.
True
That was
enough.
dope, too.
I said, that was a missed opportunity for them to do the oath when they came out. But
Yeah.
I was just so impressed with how they didn't have the same match 3 times. Because remember, they had that Battleground pay-per-view. Also, one of the pay-per-views, they had a bad match. It wasn't a bad match, but it was like a botched match.
Yeah.
Even that match was still good.
Yeah.
And then the next pay-per-view, they had a good match. And then this one was great. But the matches changed all the time. I mean, the New Day, they brought out a different arsenal for this match. I mean, I never thought I was going to see Xavier Woods lift up Big E and then have him do a splash off the top. That was just creative.
That was hilarious.
That was creative. There's very creative things. The turnbuckle rock bottom slam and then Xavier Woods flying with the backstabber.
Yeah.
That was just beautiful. Like, there was so many things to enjoy about this match. And then the way the Usos worked together, the 3 super kicks Big E ate. Oh my God, he ate those. He was getting hit.
That Samoan drop from out the ring.
Oh, exactly.
Oh,
like,
shit.
yeah.
I'm really about to watch this match again after this show.
Yeah, I mean, I watched it last night again. It was just a lot of stuff. And then poor Kofi Kingston, he went to check on his friend, and he gets thrown into the stairs for his troubles.
But I love the fact, I love their chemistry. I see this is rivalries I don't mind because one, you didn't see them fight all the time during SmackDown. You had them doing promos against each other. You had them do run-ins against each other, but you never really had them fighting like a lot during the show, the whole rivalry. You just had them fighting in the pay-per-view. Or they'll do a single match here and there against one of them against the other, and then they'll run in, and it was still all storyline match and shit like that. As in, if they keep building like that, it's perfectly fine because again, you're getting the big bout at the pay per view.
And they actually use all the members and shuffle them. Yeah. So I don't know. It just doesn't get stale.
And I think that's the biggest thing too is the fact that New Day has that extra person. So they could always mix it around. Like the first time when they won the belts, it was Kofi and Xavier. So you got a lot more high-flying arsenals. You had a lot more things like that. With Biggie and Xavier, you have the high flyer and the powerhouse. So you had a lot of things with him doing big power moves and him doing his high flying with it and shit like that. And Xavier is a fucking great wrestler.
Yep.
Yeah. And
yeah,
I'm glad
the midnight
that the
hour from the top. That he had to like run across the top of the ropes, and he did it from there. I mean, he did a lot. They did a lot of creative spots in this match.
It was just
and
a fun match.
I'm glad that Kofi and Xavier, that they're both high flyers, but they're different.
Yep.
Like they do different moves completely.
Yeah, exactly. Like Kofi does his a lot of his kicks and a lot of big like dives and stuff like that. Xavier is more kind of a lucha in a way style. Like he does a lot of like with the knees and it's a different style, and that's one thing I love about it.
He's almost like a New Japan style.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where they're hard hitting, but they still like fly high.
You know, the only thing to nitpick from this match, and it's a very little nitpick, but it bothered the shit out of me, is when they hit the midnight hour, and then Xavier Woods does the tornado DDT off the apron onto the floor. And I don't know who it is, Jimmy or Jay. They go 1, 2, and then one of them just got a DDT on that floor, and they were still able to get into that ring and break up the count. That bothered me.
Yeah.
That bothered me because that tornado DDT should have put that motherfucker away.
Yeah.
True enough.
The other thing that I kind of noticed was the person that got pinned wasn't the legal man.
Oh no.
Nah. Xavier Woods was the legal man.
Wow.
That was the one thing I've noticed. Like I was like, I didn't see a tag at all. And
I'm gonna reconfirm this. I think I remember that. I'm gonna watch it when I'm definitely gonna watch it again after the show now. Because that's gonna bug me now.
But all in all, it was an amazing match. I loved every minute of it. They just gave us a fucking show, saying that they were on the main card. They were like, you know what, fuck you.
Yeah, and my personal opinion, that was probably their best match ever, of both of them.
Yeah.
And to have it together, that was pretty special.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Right.
I'll give it a 5 as well. So match of
5.
the. So does that mean it's only downhill from here?
Yes.
No, I don't think SummerSlam was that bad. I'm telling you.
Until the Ambrose and Rollins match, that was the next big match that I saw. Anyway,
so what's the next match?
First match of SummerSlam: John Cena versus Baron Corbin.
I hated this match.
I wanted more out of I wanted Corbin to have a bit more offense, and not just be a Cena Baron match, because that's pretty much what it was. There was the fact that he lost his.
It was blatant, dude.
Yeah, it was really
like
blatant.
I've seen Baron Corbin fight harder than that to bigger dudes.
Yeah.
It's like you jobbed hard. It looked like a job out on SmackDown. That's what it looks like.
He came out and his name was Barry Horowitz. Is that what you trying to say?
Yeah, smack the likes to pat himself on the back.
Oh,
but I think that was pretty much his punishment and shit like that. He did fuck up, and he owns up to it. Him and Cena actually, after the whole SummerSlam review, actually had a big conversation, because Cena is vouching for him more than him like just burying kind of shit, because he wants him to do good. He's a big man in the company. It's like, there's very few of you guys here, and you move a lot different than anyone else. He has a lot of potential. I honestly like him more than Strowman. If I had to pick someone in the ring to take, I like Corbin's style more than Strowman.
Oh, I can't rock with you there.
No, I personally, you know why? Because Corbin reminds me of Kane. Kane is my favorite big man out of every fucking dude. Kane is my favorite person. The fact that he is very versatile. He was able to fight a small guy and a big guy and actually have a really good match. Strowman could fight big guys and have great matches, but when he goes to the little guy, it's kind of boring.
He needs time to fight, actually fight a littler person, because they never book him to fight anybody smaller.
Yeah.
You saw that Kalisto stuff. It was literally just stand here, get kicked, and then just smash him once.
But you saw what Corbin did with Kalisto.
Yeah, exactly. So it's literally just how they're portrayed. So
yeah. But
I would say, and you know what? Yeah. Corbin's got so much experience from NXT too. So
yeah,
that's true.
Yeah,
That's another thing.
Strowman was a rosebud, so he didn't get a lot of experience.
That's it. That was his stint on NXT.
Dude,
really.
Do you know the other cool thing from that Sam event that happened last week was hearing Mark Henry vouch for all the dudes he brought in,
Yeah.
and that Strowman is one of them. Like, there's a bunch of them. There's a lot. Neville's another one. Like, he's like, that's his favorite superstar because that's his boy right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
Mark
that's
Henry.
the guy, yeah, that's the guy he mentored.
Wow.
Yeah, Neville. Like, so he's so happy to see where both of them are. Like now.
That's cool.
So Cena Corbin match. Where you give it?
I'm giving it a 2 because I couldn't believe what the hell I was watching.
Same here.
I give it a 2. One of the funny things I picked up was how many times are you gonna run around the bottom of the, do his run around thing?
Yeah.
Like, he did it like 3 or 4 times.
3 times, like, dude,
I'm like,
why?
What? Is somebody controlling him with a PS4 controller? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, I'll give it a 2 as well. I thought it could have been such a better match if Corbin was in the position he was in.
I give it a 2.5. The choke slam backbreaker was sick, and he gave him a deep 6. And the thing that just got me upset was the 1AA.
Yeah.
That 1AA never puts anybody down, but it put down Baron Corbin. So
that's what I'm saying. It was very SmackDown-ish.
Yeah.
He Barry Horowitz that shit.
There you go.
Likes to pat himself on the back.
All right, next match, the SmackDown Women's Championship match, Natalya versus Naomi.
I'm just happy she.
I got the natty I've been missing for a while.
Yeah.
Is my thing. I'm giving this a 4. I'm gonna start this off. Fuck it. I'm sorry, Jadis. I'm gonna take over for a second.
Boy,
dude, I'm glad that there was more back and forth because sometimes Natty just gets lazy in the ring. Not even lazy, but it seems like she's toned down depending on who she fights. I feel like this one she was in all cylinders, and she took control of that match.
Yep,
I agree.
So 4 out of 5 for me.
That's good.
I ain't getting that high, but it was good.
Shit.
I would give it a 4 just because she won. I'm with you on take the belt away from the glow lady, from the glow lady. I got you, but
that was my favorite thing is that she got the belt taken
like
away from her.
my prediction was she was gonna win and she's gonna turn her belt purple. So now I'm just waiting for the belt to change color.
I'm glad they didn't do the cash in. I'm just very happy. Like, give that
don't spoil her.
Shine.
Yeah.
I want to see her side plate.
And I like the outfit.
It's gonna be the Maple Leaf.
The outfit was dope with the Bret Hart jacket.
It's the heart.
Yeah, that was sick.
It's a Bret Hart symbol. It looks like a Bret Hart symbol.
Well, you know what? I can't even just give it to Bret because Pops wore the same jacket too when they were a team.
Yeah.
Sure, but whenever she referenced anything Hart related, it's Bret first and her pops second. Half the time, don't even mention her pops.
No,
really.
Nope.
They mentioned Bret, her famous uncle. ... That's it. Continue on with the match. No mention of Jim.
Well, listen. She can't stroke her chin beard because she doesn't have one. So
that's I don't know, man. Makeup and shit.
Yo, a lot of makeup.
Oh,
shit.
I gave it a 3. I gave it a 3.5. I couldn't get into the match. I do not like Naomi. I really don't like her in the ring, and don't care.
I just dislike her.
But Natty, I like the fact that Natty won. I like that she won by tap out, and she got the sharpshooter, and that was the first time we saw a sharpshooter in a SummerSlam since like Brett. So,
I gave it a 4.
It was a alright match.
I gave it a 4. I liked it. It was very clean. Their best match ever. They had it together because some of the matches they had together, or even like some of the work they do, sometimes just like abysmal. You're like, okay, who messed that up? Or Jay, you've caught plenty of times with Naomi, like, oh God, her timing is just terrible on some of these things. Yeah. What I like is that they didn't try to do like any complicated spots. They just did some simple spots. And it worked. Everything, it came out good.
Yeah, I think Natty was the one that fucking was the ring general of that match because you could tell it was very simple, very like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Like, I'm gonna do a backflip off this top rope, and you're gonna catch me, and then she would have botched and made her land on her neck.
And I just want Natty to do the. I just want Natty to do the figure 4 on the apron, on the turnpole.
Hopefully, she does it to Caramello.
Yeah, because she's
She's
heel.
got long ass legs.
She's got to do what Uncle Brett used to do, you know?
Yeah, especially heel Brett.
Exactly.
Yeah,
She's tan enough to be caramel colored.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm just piggybacking what Mike said.
Yeah. I remember when Brett did that to Macho Man.
Word.
Yes.
What was that? 91?
No,
I think
he did it to Brett. He did it to him in WCW. It was
in
97,
WCW.
Oh yeah, I remember
Oh,
that.
gotcha.
I remember when he did it to Ric Flair in WCW.
Yeah.
Word.
I remember when he did that shit to HBK.
HBK, Booker T.
Oh,
He did it to Booker T. He took Booker T out.
yeah.
Really?
Well, he didn't really injure him, but he made it sell like he injured him.
Gotcha.
All right, so now it goes downhill from here.
Yep, there we go.
Big
Well, no,
Cass.
we didn't hit the tag match, so it's,
No, it goes
Raise the
down.
sunlight.
No, it does go down from here, and then
Uh-oh.
it goes up, but then it goes down. So, Big Cass, Big Show. You know what? I'm giving it a 1. It was.
I'm giving it a poop emoji.
Yeah, emoji. It's bad when the highlight of the match was him greasing himself out the cage.
Yo, what was that on his leg? Did he tape it to his leg?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. He couldn't have just put it in his pocket. Wow.
Because he don't have pockets.
Yo, didn't he?
Yeah,
have
pants.
Never mind.
It's the first ever overalls with no pockets.
Yep.
You ever seen
Strictly a fashion thing.
It was just bad.
You ever seen the meme of Brad Pitt from the movie Moneyball when he goes, "There's 50% of crap, and then there's us," and then he puts them underneath.
Yeah.
Well, to me, this is like there's the House of Horrors, and then there's that.
Ooh, good
Like that. That's how
pull.
bad that was. Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Damn.
That was not enjoyable at all. I mean, the
No.
best part is when Enzo started greasing himself up, like he was getting ready to be a stripper, and then Corey Graves was like just calling him a felon. He just kept calling him a felon.
You know what?
Enzo, that was the best
That's
part of it.
the only MVP in this match was Corey Graves.
Yeah.
Really.
You got to give him credit.
Corey
for being
Graves was
able to
selling it
call
more
that
than
still. That's terrible. Poor Big Show.
Yeah, I feel so bad.
Poor
for
show. He
Big
loses weight just to get overshadowed by some greasy Italian short guy. Fucking A.
And he didn't do shit either when he got out.
Exactly, just
That
got
was the
big
worst part.
booted.
The
It was for
absolute
nothing.
worst part. I wish he fell when he greased himself up and got like teetering on the side.
Yeah.
I wish he
Yeah.
just fell. Like
And just
I thought
knocked
he was
himself out.
it would have been the
the
same
cross
result.
body him or something.
Fucking what a waste.
That whole storyline was goofy anyway. I'm
And it's
Yeah.
still not over.
glad
What a
it's over.
waste.
No,
it's
it's
still
over
not
now.
over? Yeah,
It's over
thank
now.
God.
Because
This dude
Big
got
Cass-
injured, unfortunately.
He's out to
Unfortunately.
He's out to next year actually.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Ouch.
he tore ACL.
Man, listen. That match did it to him.
Yeah.
I think the storyline did it to him.
All right. Next match, another poop emoji. Randy
I'm coining that. Whenever there's a
Yes.
bad match, that's my rating.
Randy versus Rusev. Handsome Rusev.
What handsome? What a fucking waste.
All right.
What a
Hold on a
waste.
second. Hold on a second. Y'all
I
gonna
don't
hate
Julio
me.
loves him.
You're gonna hate me because I like this.
Please
Don't
wait.
know.
What's your rating? And please explain
It
in
was
that order.
For me, it was 4 RKOs out of 5.
Oh, my Lord.
That was terrible. Yo, that shit was awful. That RKO
Okay,
was
everybody
brutal.
else gotta be quiet because I want to hear every word on why this is for.
This was terrible, but it was like terrible in a great way because it was a complete train wreck. It was literally
Yes.
just a one move. Like we don't want to. Neither one of us wants to do this.
It's
Let's
like
just
that
get this over.
It's like that degraded horror film that you just like, oh, just watch it with laugh.
No, this was just straight up. Let's just get paid. Let's get money and
Yeah.
let's go home. That's
All right.
literally what this was. And it was
Best thing in the match
hilarious.
was the RKO sell.
yeah.
You should have sold the shit out that
It was
RKO.
I hope-
terrible. It looked like he
I
died.
hope they both got in trouble. It's like they both agreed. yo, let's just RKO and get the fuck out of here. They did it, and Vince is like, what the fuck? You had another 10 minutes.
You can't say the match overstayed its welcome. That's that's the best, one of the best qualities. Like, it happened. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Next.
Next match.
Moving on. I better not hear a rematch because I'm gonna be very upset.
I just think that Rusev is allergic to SummerSlam. They just don't want him on SummerSlam for some strange reason.
Wow.
Maybe he
See what
sweats
happened
too
to
much.
him last year, right? With Roman and him last year, they didn't have a match.
Yeah, they just had a fight.
They just had a fight. That's it.
Shit, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
All right. Next match: Sasha Banks versus Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's Championship. Honestly, this was their best match.
This is my sleeper of the night.
How many times they fought each other before? Because I don't remember
Once.
that thing.
Just
That's
once.
it?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And it was for like 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alexa should have been champion still. Just saying. Fuck Sasha.
I don't mind for the
you know-
character of the boss of taking like a big stage win, but like Bliss said on Monday, it's like, yeah, you're gonna lose that shit.
Yeah.
Right next
Stop.
week.
Stop it. That's
You
just
know-
what you do.
You know what's funny? If Alexa Bliss, the whole shit, her Raw title reign is longer than her Sasha Banks' 4 title reigns.
Wow. Shit,
Well,
isn't-
yeah, she lost it every week
Yeah.
True enough.
between her and Charlotte that summer.
She's only a 4-time champ because they were like, we're gonna give you a chance again. Oh, you got hurt again, so we gotta get it right.
Is Alexa Bliss's title reign longer than her singles career on NXT? Because she wasn't like singles
She
for that long.
didn't really wrestle in NXT. She was she honestly brought up Blake and Murphy. She was the one reason why.
Well, when they
got
broke up,
looked at.
she did have a few matches though.
She had a few matches.
Nope.
She actually had a great match with Asuka.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, literally, she held the belt for longer than she was active on NXT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, 'cause she did more. Like she was more on the house show. Like she did house
Right.
shows with Nia. Like her and Nia Jax were doing their tag team thing in the house shows.
Mhm.
So that was like the debut of like Team Rude and shit was between them two and whatnot.
Right.
But this match was with Sasha was good. They kind of like the whole HBK thing is that they don't like each other, but they make good matches. That's
Okay.
pretty much what's going on with this. Alexa got at least offensive in because usually she don't get offense in, and she does some good stuff. So I was happy with the match. I'm just looking forward when Alexa gets the belt back. That's about it.
I would give it a 3. I wasn't really. I only say that because I'm mad she lost.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was a good match. But this is agreeing with your point. Like, yeah, Alexa Bliss's offense seemed better than usual.
Yeah.
Like, usually she just gets her ass beat and she'll do something really dirty, and that typically will screw up whoever she's fighting really bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like Bailey with the face to the to the bottom turnbuckle and shoulder and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm good to see that she's doing stuff. Like, she got her flips looked way better. The knee drop into the back flip knee drop. It looked way better than it usually did. So yeah,
I
kudos.
like when she actually gets a chance to really show herself. Like she's really good, and she has some good matches. It's just the fact that you have to find them. I wish they let her do more besides talk, because that's her strong point is the mic. She could out mic everyone on that roster, but when it comes to the ring, like she has to work on it like that. So this was a better outing of what she could do. I gave it a 3.5 just because she lost. I didn't want Sasha to win.
Yeah, 3.5 for me too. I'm not gonna be a fan of Sasha until she's heel. That's when she's better.
Yeah.
So until then, she can go fuck herself. So Alexa Bliss, that's my bae in this match. So yeah, 3.5 because it was disappointing. But I can't wait till she gets the belt back next week, because you know what's gonna happen.
No mercy.
That's it.
She's on the marquee.
That's it. How could she not get the belt back?
It's her commercial.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
It was
I thought
creepy
was
as shit.
It was creepy as shit, and it was like
This,
the whole cheerleader thing.
All right, so wrap this up. This was my sleeper of the night. I mean, I don't.
Oh,
you guys,
okay.
you have to rewatch this match. I'm gonna tell you why right now.
Okay,
If you watch,
please.
I'm telling you right now, rewatch this match. There are so many hard hitting moments when Alexa Bliss is on the corner and Sasha's hitting her with a running knee. She caught her like 3 times, and you could tell Alexa Bliss did not like it. If you really read between the lines of them not liking each other, there's so many things that they did to each other in this match. She kicked her while she was on the ground really hard in the shoulder blades, and you can see the reactions. I was paying attention to little stuff like that.
Yeah.
There was a spot when Sasha was on the apron with both of her knees, and Bliss slammed her face down. I was like, damn, this is good. This is good stuff. Now, the only thing that was missing from this match to making this a 4.5, because I'm giving it a 4, was near falls. If you rewatch this match, this didn't have any near falls.
That's true.
Interesting.
There was no near falls, but you had a lot of great spots. You had the Alabama Slammer on the apron from Sasha to Alexa. You had Sasha's, she had really great moments in this fight. The only thing I really didn't like is the tap out that Alexa Bliss had. They have to realize if you're that reigning defending champion, you got to give me more of a fight than just one tap out.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
you rewatch it, they were nailing each other with some forearms. Yeah. And the only thing that didn't make this match pop, but there was no near falls.
Yeah, I agree.
Didn't pick up on that. That's true.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah,
but that your analysis of the tap out, it was weird because she just tried the move just before.
Yes, it was very weak.
I have a problem with that when they just. It's almost a Cena thing. It's almost where I just did it to you. Oh, you didn't tap. I'm just gonna do it again.
Oh, and I thought the spot with Sasha on the apron and Bliss pulling the apron ropes, the apron sign out, and her falling. I thought that was brilliant. It was just pure little things that she was doing in this match, and I was like, wow, Alexa Bliss is really on her game tonight.
She's a little heel tactician.
Yeah. One thing I love is the fact that she does a lot of old school heel tactics with a lot of things.
I love that.
She actually argues with the ref, and I love it. Every time she's like, I know!
Exactly.
She does those little things that KO does all the time. It's like he argues she argues with the ref. She fucking does things to the ref to like behind his back. She'll like distract him and do something.
I was gonna say shout out to again Edge and Christian's podcast because they had Kenny Omega. I think of the most recent one. It's pretty good. But there's things he mentions about character, and it's how they react to moves and how people sell. And he basically says there's some of the most athletic people you've ever seen in the ring on the main roster and stuff, but a lot of these people do not sell. Yeah. And it's not just when you get hit; it's selling yourself as a character in the ring. Like you're just a dude doing moves. Or you're just a girl doing moves. And Alexa Bliss is not just a woman doing moves. She's a person in the ring. So she reacts to stuff.
Yeah.
And that's
part
the thing that's missing from... Yeah, it's part of the thing that's missing from a lot of these people who wrestle.
Sasha's a big one. And learn it.
Yeah.
To me, Sasha's one of the best wrestlers there on the main roster, though.
She's very athletic.
I know.
She's definitely one of the most popular because everybody always cheers for her.
But her cell game is iffy, though. Her cell game is iffy.
She always looks like she's dying when she gets hit.
That's what I like.
Yeah, not in Brooklyn. Alexa Bliss got a bigger pop.
Yeah.
I mean, I really didn't even pay attention to all of that.
She got booed. She got booed badly in the
Bailey got booed.
Bailey got
booed.
They're gonna keep booing the people they just don't like.
No, she got booed a lot. Like she got people are tired of shit. Like her front with the whole, "Oh, I'm nice to my fans, and this is for you guys." Everyone was like, "Fuck you."
Oh, okay.
They were just
they're booing them for personal agendas because she doesn't want to take a picture because she's out with her husband for some pizza. Is this correct? Is this why we're booing people now?
Oh shit! And this is the one thing I was telling you about. The least she could have done and not get that hate was wave. That's it. If she would have waved.
That was a thing.
Yeah. There's a big thing that pretty much she ignored everyone that was outside and just ran straight across the street with her husband and went to get pizza and shit. If she would have just waved, I think no one would have said shit. But she didn't wave. She ignored them, and every time she went in and went out, she ignored the crowd. She didn't even try. She didn't everyone will say hi or everyone like that. Fucking Rusev, he dropped a straw, so he's like, "Fuck, I gotta say hi now."
Oh shit! Yeah.
Because he dropped the show, like that was bad karma. Nah, I gotta say hi now. So he went to the fans and shit like that. But everyone kind of at least said hi, or at least took a couple pictures. They didn't stay there that long. They'll take like 3 and then they go. But she just totally like ignored everyone, like no one there existed and shit. And I think that was a big heat on her. And then her promo saying that, oh, all these fans are behind me and they want me to beat you. And then in SummerSlam, it was wrong. Everyone was behind Bliss and not you.
But let's keep it real. Let's get this back to wrestling.
Yeah.
On Raw, who is the best women's wrestler?
Best women's wrestler, yeah. Sasha would
On
be.
Raw?
It's Sasha. Head over heels, it's Sasha.
Like wrestling wise,
Yeah.
Sasha is the better.
Sasha
wrestler.
is the only one on Raw that gave you her and Bailey. They're the only ones that gave you classics so
Yeah.
far.
Yeah.
But they haven't really gave you a classic yet on the main roster. I think Sasha's best match on the main roster is the no disqualification match against Charlotte that she had on Monday Night Raw. I like that. To me, that was her best
good
match.
No,
Yeah, that's her best match to me to date.
Yeah.
And Alexa Bliss, she's gonna get there. It's a work in progress for her.
Yeah.
She's gonna keep working.
No matter
But
what,
she's got everything else down pat. Once she gets some more offensive and she learns how to use her size more,
Yeah.
she's got it.
You know, she reminds me a lot of Trish. When Trish started.
When Trish started, but then Trish
wasn't
became
that
an
great.
icon.
Well, Trish wasn't that good when she started, but she
No,
started
she
getting
wasn't.
better and better, and then the people that she was working with were better.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have the women she worked with, we don't have that in the roster. We don't have like a Molly Holly or Ivory or a Victoria that they could learn.
Or Jacqueline.
Or Jacqueline. Or they could.
I mean, we got Foxy.
No, but she sucked. She sucked. Well, the only one you have that's kind of in that caliber is Mickie James. And yeah, she's the only one in that caliber that could really like help them in the ring wise. But
And they underutilize her extremely.
And other than that, you don't really have maybe Emma.
Talk about underutilized.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh
Emma's
my
very
gosh.
underutilized.
but like you have these girls that they can learn off of, and I think the fact that when Trish started, she had the likes of Molly Holly, Jacqueline, Victoria, Lita. All those girls learning because they all have all this ring experience and they shared it with her. Instead of Alexa's, like, there's not a lot of people. Everyone is kind of on her level, and no one is at that high of a level. You understand?
And she didn't really get to. She didn't ever get to fight Charlotte like in any type of series.
And you know what's funny? And that was the one person like she high regards as her and Becky Lynch that they really taught her a lot of the things that go into a match. It was Charlotte and Becky that really taught her. That's why she also has a problem with, that was a big beef between them, is the fact that Sasha was only for herself and that was it. And she was that was her mentality with her.
Now, what would you think, in your humble opinion, would be the best possible wrestling money match for WrestleMania in that women's division when Asuka arrives? Yeah, would it be
Charlotte.
Asuka versus Sasha?
Charlotte.
No, I'm talking about
Charlotte,
Asuka versus Asuka. Sasha versus Asuka on Raw. I'm just pertaining to what the roster is right now.
It
I'm
looks
pretty sure
like,
Asuka's going to Raw.
I think she's going to Raw because I think she's supposed to debut in TLC, which is going to be a Raw pay-per-view this year. She
okay.
is injured. She's out for about a month and a half. She's out for a shoulder thing for about a month and a half. So you ain't going to see her till about TLC.
But as far as the wrestling match, give me Asuka versus Sasha.
I actually would like her and Charlotte.
I would really like her, Charlotte.
No, but he's talking about Raw.
I'm talking about Raw roster.
On Raw, you know what's funny?
Yeah.
Asuka had an amazing match with Nia Jax. I would not mind seeing that.
True enough.
Nah, that was one. I don't know about that one.
No, they actually had a great match.
That was alright. I remember that one.
I like.
But
Charlotte.
nobody. Here's the problem: is that we can't really give you an example because nobody's built up as much as Bailey and Sasha.
Yeah.
Well, we don't need to see her versus Bailey again.
We really
No,
don't.
I'm just saying, like, so to pick from somebody that's not Sasha is harder because literally WWE has not built up any other women except like BBC.
I would personally like to see her versus Mickie James again.
I wouldn't mind it, but it's just like
I wouldn't mind that. But is she established enough?
It's like there's nobody different.
The funny shit is that you talk about established. No matter what, she's gonna be established because she's a 6-time champion.
But she
No
keeps
matter
Come on,
what,
losing.
Nikki.
she's in that, but she's
Yeah,
still a
Mickey.
six-time
Oh no, no,
champion.
I'm talking about me personally. I'm talking about
Yeah.
how we regard them is that they're not put on any. There's no spotlight shown on
Exactly.
them.
Yeah,
That's
they're
what I'm
not.
When he
saying when
was
I'm saying
asking for
established.
examples, I was hard pressed to think of any. And then he
Yeah.
said Mickey. Then you said Mickey James, and I'm like, I forgot she was on the roster.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's what I mean. Like,
Mhm.
there's no spotlight given to the
Yeah.
women.
On Raw, like the only one that you see pretty much is Sasha and Alexa right now.
Yeah.
And Nia Jax peppered
And
in.
before that, it was Bailey, Sasha, and Nia
Charlotte.
Jax.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about after the shuffle.
Oh, after
like
stuff, okay.
that's it.
It was Alexa, Nia. The
Like
same
it's
four.
like 4 people just shuffle back and forth.
Yeah, I think that's something that SmackDown does a little bit better. Is like you know, there's one thing since the brand split that SmackDown did a little better than Raw is the fact that they showed all the women on the roster. You constantly knew who were on the roster more than you knew on Raw. On Raw, all you saw was Sasha versus Bailey or Sasha versus Charlotte, or Bailey versus Charlotte. That's all you really saw for a while, and then Nia Jax debuted. On SmackDown, you had the rivalry between Nikki and Natty. You had Carmella doing little promos and putting herself over. You had Becky versus Alexa. You had Becky versus Naomi. You had Naomi coming out with the glow shit. You had Becky versus... Becky was probably the best champion that SmackDown had. Hands down.
At this point,
Yeah.
probably well, they had Alexa Bliss, didn't they?
Alexa was good. Yeah,
Alexa was good, but as the defending champion, I think was Becky. Becky defended that title almost every SmackDown.
I got you.
And then she really highlighted that her being a champion, she was a fighting champion. And I think that was one of the biggest highlights of that when they did the whole brand split. Alexa came in eventually and then took the title, but it wasn't a lot of. But Becky had her little rivalries with other people first, you know.
What are you thinking about that? Of there not really being a fighting champion except for anyone who has the U.S. title. It seems like the belts have become pay-per-view only now.
Not even.
But you see just now, now,
Yeah.
Alexa Bliss is getting a rematch on a Raw.
But you know
So,
what? I'm
it's
fine.
like, what?
I'm fine if it's building a story. I'm not fine with just repeating the matches. So if you had Sasha Banks versus Alexa like 4 times on the Raw before the pay-per-view, yeah, that would have been annoying. I'm fine for the big money fight at the pay-per-view. I'm fine with that. But at least showcase the champion or showcase the rivalry going into it. At least have her run in, have her fucking distract the ref while the other one loses a match because of her, kind of thing. But have that atmosphere of a rivalry. You don't need to have the fight. You don't have to have the belt defended every show, but at least have the champion showcased every show.
I just think they just don't. That's why Jinder Mahal seems so weak. Is that they don't do that?
No, they do that and he loses.
No, I mean talking about for the belt though, because he
Yeah.
loses all types of like singles matches. Yeah.
Yeah.
But when it comes for the belt, he still has. So it's like only when he defends it on a pay-per-view, he just has to cheat to keep it, and then when he wrestles on a SmackDown, he doesn't defend the belt. Period.
No, you don't. No,
So
you
it's
don't.
like, when are you gonna get classic championship matches? You don't have to just
But
do pay-per-views for it to count. You know,
I'm fine
seems
with
weird.
I'm fine with the Universal and the World Title being only defended on the thing, as long as the other belts are being utilized on the shows.
Are you fine with Brock Lesnar though?
No.
The way his title
not at
reign
all.
is.
No,
Okay,
not at all.
okay.
At least Jinder Mahal is there. You know, at least he'll come a promo. Oh, I'm the world champion, things like that. You know that he's there. You don't have to wait like 3 weeks or Lesnar. We're gonna see the belt 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But you have at least like I'm fine with the mid card titles and the tag titles being the ones being utilized on the main shows and have the world title and shit get built up. I'm fine with that as long as you do see some title matches in a way. Then IC and the US title should at least be defended on Raw or at least be showcased a bit more on Raw. Same thing with the tag and the women's, and then you have these money bouts for the world title and you could actually build that. But again, it all depends on the rivalry and how you're gonna do that as well.
I see. All right.
But
so
I
shuffling
gave
on to the next one.
next match. The Demon Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt. This was a good match. Like I enjoyed it. I spotted out to Minion the other day. I was like, the only my big problem with it, and honestly, I think Edge and Christian said this on the last cast with Kenny Omega, which I kind of said to. One, Finn Balor had too much offense, and Bray Wyatt had little offense, and there's things about Demon Balor that he should do differently. Like, he should be more aggressive, and he should not always have to do the same moves. He should do certain things that he only does as Demon Balor. Like, I will change his finisher. I won't do the coup de grace as Demon Balor. I'll do the fucking Bloody Sunday.
Gotcha.
I think that move is sick, and I think he will look better with as the Demon. But that's just me. But I like the match. I like the atmosphere of what Finn Balor did. I think he brought the energy back into the crowd. So I gave this match a 3.5 as well.
I gave it a 3 because, kind of to your point, he does like the same moves as regular Finn Balor, so it felt like a regular ass match to me. Like,
yeah.
I think the first time they fought was better, to be honest.
Yeah.
Their first match was better to me.
Yeah.
This one was like, oh, of course he's gonna lose. He's a Demon Balor. Like, it felt phoned in. I was like, nah, I'm all right. This was okay. Good to see him painted up. Yeah. Fantastic.
He looked cool.
But it was okay. Like, the match was okay at best.
I give it a 4 because of the intro.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
A long time coming since they, it very few and far between.
Yeah.
True.
I can't help but reiterate the point is just, it's the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
So, he does need to switch it up when he's the Demon. I agree.
It's a 2.5 for me.
2.5?
Yeah, because the match was just too stagnant. It was the same thing that you just said. Balor had so much offense. How can you even tell the fans that Bray Wyatt is a threat, is that he's a god, that this is his character, but yet this demon Finn Balor is killing his ass? It just got annoying at one point. And then you just keep seeing the same moves from Balor over and over again. You could just, when it's coming. The flip over the top rope is coming. The drop kick to the barricade is coming. The big punt is coming. Then the sling blade. And then the drop kick to the turnbuckle to kick your opponent to the turnbuckle. And then the fucking guy gets the coup de grace. It's the same thing. I haven't seen anything impressive from Finn Balor on the main roster.
Dare I say he's become the Hulk Hogan of the main roster?
It's just, listen, I don't know. He's just boring, which is sad because he's got such a great character. Yeah. But he's just boring.
Yeah, it was a boring match.
One thing, again, with Finn Balor, like I was saying, there was something he did in NXT. I think it was during the end of his title reign.
Okay.
When he started getting more... No, it was during the Nakamura rivalry. When he started showing more of a submission style. And he just started doing... he didn't just coup de grace somebody. He was like, you know what? And then he did the Bloody Sunday right after the coup de grace.
Yeah, he did that to Apollo Crews.
Yeah, he did it. He just to make sure your ass is down. He fucking went back and did that. I want the Demon to really show that he's a fucking... He's something to be reckoned with. So these are the things that you should do and be more like that. Again, change your finisher. Don't do the coup de grace as the finisher as the Demon. Do the Bloody Sunday. I think that move looks better. I think Balor needs a ground move as well. I get tired of seeing the coup de grace. But
especially with the Demon.
I'm more upset of WWE aficionados letting everybody know the Demon is coming, he's gonna get into that character. Yeah. How about you don't say anything so we can get surprised and enjoy the moment? Because remember that first pay-per-view? Yeah. We was like, oh, he's just regular Finn. Boo! We were like, what the hell? But then when you're telling us the Demon is coming, it's like, come on, can't we get some type of shock value?
Yeah, I hate that they try to spoil shit really fast. I was like, you could have just waited to the pay-per-view to show that,
Exactly.
You didn't have to say shit. You didn't have to say shit. You could have had Bray Wyatt beat the shit out of him while he was in blood, and then the next night, and then SummerSlam, have him come back as a Demon. And show it.
Vince always has to change something. He always has to. He couldn't just call him the Demon. He had to call him the Demon King, and it sounds so stupid when he says it all the time.
But they don't do the Demon King no more. It's the Demon.
He calls him Demon King.
No, they stopped.
Play a drinking game. Play a drinking game. Michael Cole said Demon King
Michael
at least
Cole
4
said
times
it.
during that
Michael
match.
Cole said it, but the Demon, no. They highlight him as the Demon.
That's like when Neville first came, you couldn't even hear the word Adrian.
No.
Wow.
Adrian Neville.
Well, they
Elias
stopped.
Sampson, the Drifter. Now they just call him Elias. Who wants to walk with Elias?
Yeah,
I like the
noticed that too.
Samson.
I noticed that.
Exactly.
I like the Samson, though.
It's just Vince has to have a stamp on everything. He's like, nope, I need to change this and this and this.
That's why there's no club.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Literally.
Well, that is also the whole thing with WWE. If they don't make the group or a faction, they're not going to use it. It's the same shit with the NWO. The NWO was kind of forced on them.
And Kenny tells tales of that too, where they literally try to change you, mold you to become. They try to break you down and mold you to become what they want. So
yeah,
play a drinking game and watch that match again. Watch how many times they all said Demon King.
yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Fucking Cole, he was going nuts.
Cole went in. Corey Graves said it a couple of times. I was like, oh my god, this sounds stupid. It gets me upset because they used to call Kane the Demon Kane after a while, remember? After they stopped calling him the Big
Demon
Red
Kane,
Machine.
Yeah.
So it started sounding the same, and it was like, oh, this is driving me absolutely nuts.
When he came back with the red mask, they started calling him
Exactly.
When it was separating the two.
One more thing before we go on is just one thing that kills me about Finn Balor specifically is I don't know how many times someone will do a sling blade in one match. I can't stand people repeating these moves like that because they're signature moves.
Yeah.
It's like how many? It's like if Rock did the people's elbow to you twice.
Yeah.
It's like Cena and you stayed down for it both times. You know what I mean? Like, huh?
My thing
It's
with
just
him,
nobody. My thing is, it seems like the way they want to portray wrestling is, oh, these guys are athletic and they're super proficient with their strikes and their pinpoint accuracy, and then they fall for the same move over and over again. And it's, what are you doing? Like, you're supposed to be an expert. You're supposed to be blah blah blah. You know, or in Finn Balor's case, he's supposed to be Demon. What he's supposed to be, just this guy who went to Japan and he's got this extremely large arsenal and does like 7 moves over and
Nothing
over.
is conventional in wrestling anymore. After Alberto Del Rio put away John Cena with the CCC kick on his knees for his comeback, I think at No Mercy or Bad Blood, I was like, nothing makes sense anymore. Remember when he beat him for the U.S. title?
I certainly did.
When Cena puts you away for 1 AA now, it doesn't make sense to me anymore. Nothing makes sense.
Yeah, my big thing with him is that you've seen a lot more from Finn Balor in NXT. Like, you saw his submission style, you saw him a lot more offensive like that. And then when he did use the Demon, he used the Demon correctly. He used it only for like the pay-per-view, and it had to be a big fucking rivalry. It had to be one that he got his ass kicked half the time in the rivalry, and then he comes back as the Demon. You know, instead of having,
not him losing one match. Oh, fuck it, I'm bringing out the Demon because
that barbecue sauce on me.
Like him and Kevin. Like the biggest example, him and Kevin Owens rivalry. Kevin Owens had the upper hand through the whole rivalry until they fought for that title. And then he also lost once to Kevin Owens before he did the whole Demon.
That's true.
So, yeah, that's something
that just reminds me how great that pay-per-view was, Beast in the East. That was fucking great. I love Kevin Owens, man.
Right.
He is so good.
Next match. Another highlight. Like I said, the tag team show for me. Dean Ambrose versus Cesaro and Sheamus for the Raw Tag Team Championship.
I'm still against this tag team. It was a good match. I'm still against their formation.
I'm waiting for the turn.
That's exactly what I'm waiting for.
I don't think
that's
there needs to
anytime
be.
soon. It ain't happening.
There needs to be. I'm sorry. There needs to be because this doesn't make sense. If you screwed me over, especially when we were in something as huge as the Shield, I'm not gonna trust you again.
Well,
that's 3 years ago. We gotta let that go.
I was gonna say, realistically, we know the deal because again, Seth was speaking up about, they broke us up, and we weren't ready for that. So we know behind the scenes it wasn't really real.
Right.
So, I don't know. It's because both of them keep playing it too fucking smart. You'll hear them talk about it openly,
Yeah.
and it's like, how can you not just go, well, I can't believe Seth is a snake because we know he's not. Because they don't hold, they don't hold their characters dear.
See, you know what it is for me? I read comic books, and continuity is really big for me.
Yeah, I agree with you. But when neither one of the wrestlers holds their characters into any type of continuity, it's just like, well, hey, you guys wrestle good, right?
Unstable. Dean is labeled as the unstable. So I mean, there's nothing stable about Dean.
Yeah, can't argue with that.
I still see it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give my thoughts on this match. I think it was a 5. I loved it. I thought it was like one of the best matches on the card. There was a lot of good spots in this match. One of my favorite ones was the tag team Sling Blade that they did. I didn't expect that one to come. Hopefully, we get to see more and more of the arsenal coming out as they progress and they have more matches together.
I agree. I'll give it a 4. Like, it was probably my second favorite match of the night.
Who was the MVP of this match?
For me?
Cesaro.
The beach ball.
The beach ball.
No,
for me, Cesaro.
Cesaro for jumping over that barricade and getting that beach ball and destroying it. I still couldn't believe he did that.
That was awesome. That was
awesome.
Great. But just man. They have both teams have chemistry. You know what I mean? Like, you could see it. Both of them, they fighting each other and fighting with their partners.
Yeah.
So there wasn't any like wasted time or bad spots or something that just looked like, what did you do that for? Everything served in the purpose of either their partner or, you know, to make the match look good. So it just came together really good.
Yeah.
And Cesaro's the homie. Like, he's a badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 for me.
4? I'll give it a 4. It was a fun match, but not as good as the New Day Usos.
Okay.
But I like what they were doing, and then also the Red Lantern costume was cool.
Oh, I meant to say, Seth's outfit was badass. Now it makes Dean look extra shitty.
Yeah.
It made him look extra shitty. Like, oh, this dude's got new tights and everything. You gotta fucking get something.
He got a hoodie. He had a red hoodie.
There you go. He got a black hoodie with a red DNA on it.
Fantastic.
Shit.
Put some red
sneakers on. Luke Harper.
Like, he looked funny with red jeans.
No. I said put some
red.
You
have to get red jeans.
Some red sneakers. Put some red kicks on. Come on.
What is he, Jeff Jarrett? Come on now.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you trying to say? Come on. Don't do that to him.
All right. Yeah, I gave it a 4. It was a fun tag match, but again, my match of the night was the New Day Usos, so that one's just slightly better.
All right, I changed mine to a 4.5. Thank you.
Right, there you go. United States Championship match: AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens. I wanted a lot more off of this match, and I didn't get it. I was kind of disappointed with this.
Agreed. I didn't like it too much.
It was the same as every other one they did together.
Yeah. So
I didn't.
Go ahead.
I just want to go and say I didn't like Shane's, and like, he didn't do enough. As like, when he got pushed around, there was just these awkward moments of him and Owen standing face to face, and it was like, somebody do something, please.
Yeah.
Right.
And
is somebody gonna swing at something? Or?
And then he pushed him, and it was like, this is so like, what is this, SmackDown? This is garbage. Yeah. It's super cliche. I was like, nah. Every man in this match deserves better than this. It wasn't good.
I'm just saying,
you guys are being too harsh.
Baron Corbin was a better referee.
You guys are being too harsh. You guys are being too harsh.
Too harsh.
4. What's wrong with you guys?
Nah.
I don't know if he's serious or not.
I'm gonna tell you why this was a 4.
Okay.
There's moments in the ring where KO tells Shane, "What's wrong with you? You can't count to 3." He goes, "You almost fall off of helicopters and you're falling off buildings, but you can't count to 3." I was dying when he said that. I was dying when he said that. And then there's a bunch of spots when they're on the floor and KO's telling him, he goes, "I don't care about your hair. Get it out of my face." I'm telling you, watch it. He's like a monster. He's like a monster heel. I'm telling you, he's hilarious.
Wow. Okay. You selling me on the strength of KO alone.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's a lot of things in this match to like. There's one spot where it looked like they botched it, but AJ and KO, I think they wrestled each other so many times. I think it was like a scoop roll up, and automatically AJ turned it into the Styles Clash.
Yeah.
I thought that was brilliant. Kevin Owens is that suplex he does off the rope, that little brain buster suplex he does off the rope. That shit is so mean when he does it.
I love when he does that twisting one.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
So painful. Yeah.
You know, it's a big pay-per-view when he does that.
Yeah, and I I actually liked how they used Shane McMahon's involvement in the match. For what it was, I thought it was going to be terrible. But come on, Shane, KO, he acted like he played possum for a little bit in this match when what the hell happened? I forgot. I think he got power bombed. He got sunset flip power bombed by AJ, and KO acted like his head was hurting and he was down, and Shane went to check on him, and AJ went to do the 450, and KO pulled Shane on him, and Shane took the 450. I mean, there's a lot of spots in this match. If you rewatch it and try not to like. Just watch it for what it was and for the involvement. It was stupid that they had the little gimmick inside of it, but it has a lot of really good spots, especially when KO's leg is on AJ's leg is on the rope, and Shane counts the 1, 2, 3. Just watch the emotion that KO displays there. It's great. Absolutely loved it. It's storytelling for me, and those are my two favorite wrestlers in the company. So I had to give it a.
Gotcha.
True.
Like I gave the match a 3, but. What's up with Shane, dog? When he counted that 3, he lost me for real. I was like, how you gonna count that in plain sight? Like there's like little things where it just looked like, what are you doing? You know better than that. You know what I mean? Like he's been a ref so long and so many times. It's just like he almost seemed amateurish with the way he was counting, the way he was in the way some of the times, and it didn't look planned. Like there was a few points where AJ was trying to go to the ropes and Shane was just standing in the way, and it was just like he didn't look at him because he wasn't supposed to be in the way. You know what I mean? Like there's just a few little things. It's like, but the match itself was fine. But I think everybody involved deserved better.
Yeah,
right.
I give it 3.5.
There you go.
I liked the KO stuff. I liked it. I saw it. Just I've seen them do better. And then, again, Baron Corbin was a better ref.
But I will always maintain Kevin Owens 5 stars just as a wrestler in almost every match he's in.
Yeah.
Yeah, wrestling wise, I give it a 4.
But
that's what I gave it, a 4 for the wrestling.
But you add the whole shit with Shane, and Shane annoyed the shit out of me because he kept getting in the way of spots, and that annoyed the fuck out of me with him. So I was like, yo. Shane, get out there. Just do the refereeing outside the ring.
Just stand outside, huh?
Just stand outside. Just stand outside because you're being fucking annoying. Like you're getting in everyone's way, and like he's doing it. He's not even doing it on purpose. He's doing it accidentally, but you could see that he's fucking lost. So that kind of annoyed me and kind of got the atmosphere just sucked out of me. So 3.5.
The rating went down for that.
Yeah, it was annoying as shit. It's like having a person stand in front of the TV.
And they walk right in front. I'm like, I can't believe you're walking. Or if they sit right in front of you.
Exactly.
Oh, that's the worst.
Move your head.
Move your whole fucking body. Like, why are you sitting in front of me?
Exactly. So 3.5 from me.
All right, so how many more we got?
2 more matches.
2 more? Okay.
Next match is the WWE Championship match, Jinder Mahal versus Shinsuke Nakamura. It was short. It was really short.
It was a SmackDown match. It felt like it wasn't.
Yeah.
It didn't feel special or grand. I mean, he came out with his homie with the afro,
Yeah.
But it just didn't feel grand. I feel bad for Shinsuke because just like he deserves better. Like
yeah. This could have been a better match. Again, Jinder's not that good in the ring as well. Like sometimes he don't know where his spot is, and I think that's what bothers me with him. And I think you're gonna have him as world champion. You got to make him look more like a champion when he does fight these matches. I'm tired of the Singh brothers always getting involved. This reminds me of Seth Rollins' title reign, which annoyed the shit out of me too when the Stooges used to get involved. You know, and it's just after a while, it's like, yeah, dude, you suck. Stop fucking having these dudes like, and I think they wasted a moment for Nakamura tonight that night. Like, if you wanted to get the crowd back into SummerSlam, like how bad the crowd was kind of sucked out right at that moment, especially on the 5th hour. Fucking have Nakamura win.
True enough.
Yeah. It didn't have to. You know, funny shit is like, yeah, if you would have had Nakamura raise that title, the crowd would have been back in on their feet. But no, the crowd was sucked out. The crowd was sucked out before the main event.
It's, you know, my major complaint was it seemed like the Singh brothers, for that match in particular, where it seems planned out, and you know their involvement is always a little more smart.
Yeah.
That match, it really just seemed like they were just a crutch.
Yeah.
They were a pull the emergency brake for Jinder in case it's going bad. Like it was literally like, oh, this is just not a good match. We got to end this. Interference. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like.
Exactly.
That's how that felt.
So
I give it a 3 for Shinsuke and the homie. Yeah. That's it.
It got a 3 because of that too. Like, this match could have been so much better. I think if WWE was smart, they would have had Nakamura just win the belt. He didn't have to hold the belt that long. It's just like if they would have had that moment at SummerSlam in Brooklyn, especially the crowd being dead as it was after the Cesaro tag match. That U.S. title match kind of went down, and the crowd was quiet.
The crowd was to themselves.
Yeah, exactly. So if you would have had Nakamura surprisingly win, that crowd would have been back up on their feet for the main event.
That would have been the perfect time for Corbin to have cashed in.
And that would have been the perfect time for Corbin to cash in as well.
That was definite. Yeah.
I just gave it a 3. Yeah, a 3. It was alright. It's the same thing over and over again. It's like he doesn't know how to. He's not entertaining to me. Mahal in the ring, he's not entertaining. Outside of the ring, he's okay.
He's a good promo. That's about it.
Yeah.
Oh, so I gave it a 2.
Yeah.
There was a funny thing he did on SmackDown that it made me like him more as a character. Was when he was talking to Daniel Bryan and he came in all smug, and he was like, "Oh, yes, I am here, the blah blah blah, the modern day Maharaja." And then when Daniel Bryan like turned him down, "Oh, you're a xenophobe." He immediately went into that mode, and I was like, "All right, this seems like they're playing is kind of close to the vest, where he knows that that's becoming redundant, and it's almost funny now." Yeah. So I don't know. It depends on where they turn with that one.
Yeah. I was disappointed with it though. I gave it a 3 just because of the entrance. Nakamura's entrance was always cool.
Yeah, and the homie's afro was so crisp though.
There you go.
Same.
Yeah, man, he freshly picked that.
All right, main event, Universal Championship match: Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, Samoa Joe, and Braun Strowman.
This was a 5 for me. It was like a destruction derby. Everybody was just thrown around all over the place. That shit was entertaining as fuck. It was a 5er for me.
Right? I gave it a 5. Yeah, I gave it a 5 too.
My man got left down the stretcher. He showed back up.
He pulled a Willis Reed, bro.
When everybody thought he was gonna lose, he won that shit. I usually don't root for him, but I'm glad he won. Just to fuck with everybody. Just to fuck with everybody.
He ate 3 tables. That was hilarious.
How you just throw a table on him?
See, that's why I like Braun Strowman so much, is that they let him be the one to do the dumb shit. I love it. I just love it. Like, it doesn't get better than that for me. That match was almost perfect as just chaos. I give it a 4.5.
My only gripe is I didn't see enough Samoa Joe. That's my only gripe with this match.
That's about it.
Like, he took a nap halfway through.
Real talk, the only reason I wouldn't give it a 5 is because Brock won. If Roman won, I would have been happy because they all got red belts. My prophecy's coming true. And then it would have been better if Strowman would have won because he just was the fucking workhorse of the match.
Yeah.
Just give it to him. He ain't got to keep it for long, but like, dude, he bust his ass in that match. Like, and then Joe just again, I think at this point he deserves it. I mean, I could ask any one of you, like, has he proven himself to be like a WWE champion worthy of the Universal title?
I think so. I think so, especially after that match with him and Brock, the first one.
Yeah.
That was close.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know who was going to win that.
Yeah, true enough. It's just like at this point, any one of them could have won, except Brock, and I would have been really happy.
Yeah.
True. It just made me laugh. That's all.
I gave it a 4.5 because I saw this big ass chaos shit in the last 2 Raws. I predicted everything that was gonna. You know what's funny is the fact that I called everything that was gonna happen, and that's what really bothered me. I saw what Strowman was gonna do. I saw the setup of the tables for Strowman to do it. So I was just kind of annoyed the fact that I've seen this before. And then Joe, the lack of Joe in the match kind of annoyed me. Other than that, some of the offense was great. Some of the offense was fun, but it wasn't my cup. I guess it wasn't my forte. So 4.5. I ain't getting higher than that.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
And I think the wrong man won. I don't want Lesnar champion no more. I'm tired of this.
Yeah,
I'm tired of it.
But I mean, do you think they knew they had some foresight of John Jones' situation before they decided? They were like, oh, let's not pull the trigger on him leaving just yet. This guy kind of fucked up. Wait, has anybody seen? Wait, was it you, Jeff Star, that put up that meme of the Tyrone Biggums with John Jones' body?
Oh yeah.
That shit is the best. Like, look at Jeff Star's Instagram if you want to see that.
Yeah,
I was like, damn.
Yeah, I think they knew that before because he got test positive like a week before it got put on the news.
Damn, man.
Now being in the UFC is not even a good look now.
Nope.
It's John Jones. It's like it's to be expected.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I gave it a 4.5. It was fun. It was a fun match, but my match of the night, through the whole thing, was still the Usos and New Day.
So what do you give the whole show as a?
Hold on, we still got one more.
That was the last match.
That was last. Oh yeah, because we blew through the one before that really quick. All
right. So what do you give the show as a whole then?
3.
3?
I gave it a C. It was a A. Yeah, it'd be a 3.
B-.
I would give it a flat B. There was way more that I liked than I didn't like. So
yeah.
I said there was less things I enjoyed than what I saw. Like, I didn't like a lot of the things.
This SummerSlam has a lot more replay value than last SummerSlam. That's for sure.
Okay.
I'm still fighting my way to get through it. I'm still trying my best to get through it, and I can't. Like, once I passed the Usos, New Day, I was like, I'm done. I don't need to see everything else.
None of the other matches have replay value.
Yeah.
Except the last match.
And
you want to talk about the aftermath of any of the Raw, SmackDown?
So Raw, Monday Night Raw was pretty much Braun Strowman and Lesnar, right?
Raw was terrible.
Raw wasn't that good.
You didn't like them fucking with Cena?
No, Raw was just terrible. It was just terrible.
All right, the biggest thing of Monday Night Raw, I'll say, was Miz's promo.
Yeah,
I agree.
Miz's promo was so freaking. It felt like he really wanted to say that. Not only was scripted to say, but he really wanted to say that. And that was the first time the Miz looked like a babyface.
Like, the crowd was really behind him.
The crowd, yeah, man. Like, I just liked it for the atmosphere. People were up in arms over the crowd with beach balls and the excessive chanting.
Yeah.
But for some reason, with Cena there, it just felt natural. Like, it doesn't feel like whatever. I don't know. It's just like a certain feel that Cena brings is that he brings not just a certain caliber to the matches, but he brings an energy to the arena. So when people just don't like him, it's amped up even more.
Yeah.
And that's kind of fun for me. Not that I don't like him. I just like people acting a fool. That
Other
shit was
Right.
serious to me.
other takes out of Raw. Big Cass got injured. He'll be out for about 6 to 8 months. So he's
I
out for
2
a year.
years. I say 2 years.
I groaned when they showed when the Raw started. I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be a street fight between him." I'm like, "Why? Why are we getting this again? Who's trying to punish me?"
You know what? Sadly, as much as fucked up is gonna say, but I'm a little glad he got hurt because we don't see this shit no more.
And then we got what we wanted. Enzo's on 205 Live now.
Yeah, he introduced himself in 205 Live. I really hope it works out. I hope Neville can teach him a thing or two.
True.
That's
true
a joke.
enough.
I think you know
I hope
what's
he
funny?
learns to wrestle.
Enzo is just a manager. I kept saying this from when he first came up. He is just a manager.
The bad thing is that you have this guy is super over, and that's the big thing about it. Is like the fact that he's super over, his merch sells, and he's good at what he's good on the mic. They kind of have to give him something because he's that exciting. He gets a crowd no matter what. Even on 205 Live, that fucking crowd woke up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
On the most of the 205 Live this week was pretty good, but
Yeah,
most
I
of the
agree.
people were kind of dead until Enzo came out.
Agreed.
To be
Agreed.
honest, so as much as you think he'd be a manager, yeah, I agree also, but you cannot waste the crowd. You can't waste what he has. He has the charisma for it, and if Neville could work with him and actually make a decent match with him, that's credits to Neville. That's fine, as long as they could build a rivalry worth it. If and not, then you know what, release his ass.
Enzo is like Conor McGregor. He's good for 5 minutes, bro. That's it. He's good for like 5 minutes, and then he's gassed, and then he takes the majority of all the bumps.
Oh,
There's no type
shit.
of offense. It's the truth.
Yeah,
This is why when he paired him with Big Cass and NXT, and they started going a different direction. They were way better. They were working way better together as a tag team. So, if anybody has a problem with Enzo, then they should just blame the WWE creative because they have done absolutely nothing to help this
Yeah.
stock.
yeah.
True enough. True enough.
My biggest
And
thing again, I think he could learn off of Neville. I think he could learn something off of Neville, and hopefully he does.
And if
Is
you
that
want
who
to get
he's
rid of
gonna
him
flute
so
feud
bad,
What?
it looks like it. That's how 205 Live ended.
Yeah. He debuted in 205.
He said,
Live.
"It is 205 Live is now the realest show in the room." End quote.
But the crowd was behind him. That's the
We
shit.
will
Like,
see.
he woke up the crowd. That was the biggest
I
thing.
mean, it's a Brooklyn crowd. Number one, the Brooklyn
you gotta
crowd
say
has
is
no
we're Brooklyn
respect. Yeah, there's no respect anyway. There was no respect for 205 Live in that crowd. There was no respect for about 2 hours of Monday Night Raw. They were playing with a beach ball again.
Nope.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no respect.
All
They
right.
was just showing their ass.
SmackDown.
Can I
on the
tell
other
you,
hand-
none of that was happening during NXT.
None of
No
that.
beach
No, I know.
balls.
No, I know.
Everybody was cool. Everybody was chanting.
None of that.
Everybody
None of
was behind everything.
How
that. Just everybody hated the referee. That's all, and it was great.
That's
how
it.
good was the two sweets?
Yeah, right.
I thought that would get annoying. I thought that would get annoying.
I got
It just
annoyed.
didn't.
I got annoyed really
You did?
fast. With it, yeah. After the third
I saw
one,
his face by match 3. Jay Dizzle had it with those fucking two
He
sweets.
tapped out. Oh.
I was like, I'm done. And that one dude's voice was just annoying. And
Oh yeah, well yeah.
Yeah.
That dude was
Yeah.
batting 50%. Half of his shit was chuckle worthy. Half of it was hot garbage.
Yeah.
Shout outs to the guy behind us at NXT Brooklyn.
You sucked at times. SmackDown, on the other hand, they look like they're building up for, I think their pay-per-view is Hell in a Cell.
Got you.
So theirs is about 6 weeks away, because I think No Mercy is coming up within 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So they're building Nakamura versus Nakamura versus Jinder in the Hell in a Cell. Which I don't know why. You know what? I understand you keep him in the title picture, but I don't think a gimmick match will work for him.
That's what they were saying about the ladder match too. It was like he's not a gimmick guy.
You want to know what I think will work perfectly for the Hell in a Cell? Usos and New Day
Really? Oh,
Mm.
in the
okay.
Hell in a Cell.
Okay.
Mm.
I think that will be the rivalry that you want to put in the Hell in a Cell. I could see Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon in one.
Can we just have one Hell in a Cell match this year and not 3 or 4?
I think there's only going to be one. I think it's going to be the world title. But
God!
But I'm saying that I rather
did we not just witness a Punjabi prison match and now we got to put them in another fucking entity? They're gonna have the Singh brothers under the ring.
I was about to say that.
This is the reason why I will.
No, it's gonna be in the shark cage above the Hell in the Cell.
This is the reason why I will take Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon in the Hell in a Cell more than I'll take that match. I'd rather have or the New Day versus Usos for the tag titles in the Hell in a Cell.
KO's gonna fly off the top. That's why he's the one. He's gonna fly off the top.
Oh no! Somebody put up the clips of Kurt Angle versus Shane. I was just watching those. And I'm like, God damn, Shane took some nasty ass bumps in that match. So to your point, yeah, let's throw him in the Hell in a Cell, please. Let's just see him get fucked up again.
Yeah.
That's what he does. That's what he does good.
But I think the one match that I think will be beneficial and will be the first one ever will be the tag team Hell in a Cell match for the tag titles.
But you are booking them better than they could possibly ever do.
So Shelton Bemnjimin, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got the glorious one. And
we're gonna just gloss over Shelton Bemnjimin. Just gonna gloss over him.
Yeah, because he didn't do shit. He just like, "Hi, I'm here." That's it.
And that's it. I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right. You were bad on the mic. How could I forget?"
What's up, Gable? How you doing?
Now they put him and Gable as a tag team.
What are they gonna? What is their name gonna be?
I don't know.
Ebony and Ivory.
Yeah. I was gonna say chocolate milk and something. Damn it, you beat me to it.
Because they just keep pairing him with black dudes. That shit is funny.
Like Chad Gable should be wearing a do-rag by now.
Oh, that's so good.
But there's someone posted a meme of take my money for Jason Jordan and Kurt Angle versus
I saw that
versus Gable.
Oh yeah, I posted that. I totally posted that.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
I posted that. You liked it.
What happened to Charlie Haas?
Huh?
He became something.
Who?
Charlie Haas.
He's like a therapist somewhere.
Oh, how about that?
He's still married to Miss Jackie.
No shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm foggy on which lady she was.
Miss Jackie was a white chick with blonde hair. She wasn't Tough Enough season 2.
Damn, doesn't ring a bell. I have to go back and look.
She was not memorable.
She was the one that won it with Shaniqua.
Who?
Remember the tall black chick that used to manage the
Shaniqua.
I remember her.
Yeah,
she was a chick with the super long legs, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
They won it together. That was the
short hair, long hair,
long braided hair.
I'm getting nothing. I'm gonna have to like Google her.
I think she managed the Basham Brothers.
Yeah, I think so.
She had like a dominatrix look on.
Yeah. I remember her.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, she won the season with them.
That's not Jazz?
Remember Tough Enough?
I like the Tough Enough. But you know what's funny? None of them are employed for the last winners. The only ones that are it was the
fucking losers are the ones who win.
Yeah, the ones that are still there didn't win. Which is Manny Rose and Patrick Clark.
Oh, those are like the last ones?
The last one, yeah.
Okay.
They didn't win. Patrick Clark was like the second, third eliminated, and then Manny Rose was the second to last eliminated.
Gotcha. Okay.
And they're both good too, which is hilarious.
Yeah. And the two that won got fired. One got knocked up by Blake, and then the other one got fired.
Wow. Jeez.
Wow.
Blake and Murphy?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Murphy's still racking it up because he got Alexa.
Yeah.
To Jay Dizzle's chagrin.
Yeah. He don't have a career, but he has Alexa. Sadly.
He don't need it. Like, she's making bank already by herself. He's like, I'm just gonna write her coattails.
Exactly.
He hasn't been on.
I used to be an NXT tag team champion. You know.
Yeah. I think they repackaged. I think he had a knee surgery, so he's getting repackaged for NXT.
Oh, really? Okay.
He's just in the house chilling.
You think they're gonna make him wear a shirt with that gut? Like
with that little Miss Bliss money.
Yeah, he's taking care of the piglet.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Jesus, what's with these pigs all of a sudden? T.J.
I know.
Perkins is rocking a piglet too.
Yeah.
Everybody's popping up with these. God damn it.
Yeah, until it gets.
I better not go to
big
your
and
house
ugly.
and see a little piglet in your house.
You gonna see a pig, but it ain't gonna be live.
You know, we Spanish. We eat pork chops.
It's gonna be bacon.
So, me and Jay Dills will go to your house. We eating that fucking thing, so you know.
Alright, but any other thoughts before we end this cast?
Nothing. Oh, but I mean, NXT. I guess we saw it when we were there live, but the news that happened during the thing was about Asuka. She vacated the title, right, because of the injury.
Yeah. Well, that was a live show. They did the tapings of the live shows, and it was kind of a spoiler in a way, but everywhere fucking covered it. So there was no way you were not gonna find out that Asuka relinquished the title, which well deserved, because she'll come into the main roster still undefeated, and she's going straight for a title. Whose title?
As she should.
Do you think she's gonna end up like Shinsuke?
No.
Just like in the title picture, but just kind of like, what is going on?
No. She's in the record books right now. Like, the way they booking her and shit like that. Nah, I think... And it's funny with the whole women's division, I think they're looking at her to really put that extra toughness into it. And, she's going straight to a title.
I hope so, because I'm like, Trips knows what he's doing on NXT, but...
Yeah.
We've seen what they've done with a lot of the stars, and it's just like, damn.
But she's been booked on like WWE house shows and shit too, and she's been used a lot on WWE house shows. She's like a marquee character that they put on house shows.
Okay, I just hope they don't waste her.
Yeah, me too. I see a few other people getting called up very soon. I heard Liz Morgan might be on Raw. I heard Billie Kay and Peyton Royce are looking to go to SmackDown.
All right, more people.
Yeah, there's gonna be more people getting called up. I won't be surprised no way Jose ends up on SmackDown. But other than that, there's still gonna be a lot of shakeups going in and out. But yeah, the Asuka thing was pretty much it's the future NXT tapings, and the funny thing is that was like the last thing they taped, so you ain't gonna see that till about 3 weeks from now. Yep.
Alright.
Yeah, you're gonna see that. Because they tape like 4 episodes in one taping. So they'll have a bunch of matches here and there. Yeah, they do like a bunch of matches in one taping. So you'll have like maybe 3 shows in one taping. So that's how they do it. Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up. This is Wrestling Babble Super Summerslam review show. Thank you everyone for listening. Definitely check us out on the Wrestling Babble on Facebook, Mark with the Mic on SoundCloud and YouTube. It's a Red Cyclone Inc. all around on everything and everything. And anything else you want to add?
Good night, San Diego.
Was that gunshots in the background? What the hell was that?
It might have been.
Gotcha.
It was the gas.
Bobby Roode, the best babyface in the game right now.
Did we even mention? Did I hear you got to SmackDown? Did we even mention that?
I said the Glorious One is on SmackDown.
He said the Glorious One.
Yeah. Yeah, he showed up as a babyface. They want
the best babyface possible.
They want
to change that game.
They want to change his theme. If he goes heel, he has to change his theme because they don't want him over as a. If he's heel, they want him heel. They don't want him over, so they got to change his theme if he goes heel.
Yeah, the only legit heel is the Miz. That's it. People hate him, and then they love him now. And now they love him.
And Neville.
Yeah.
So we're gonna wrap this up.
This was fun.
Yeah, check out Red Cyclone Inc. on YouTube, on SoundCloud, and on everything from Twitter to Tumblr to WordPress to Facebook, our Red Cyclone Inc. gaming page. Check us all out. Other than that, peace out. Stay tuned for It Gets Better, I Swear. And laters.
All right.
Peace.
And want to say none? No?
Nope.
Everything? All right.
Apparently.
Apparently no. All right. Laters.